Okay, welcome race fans. Here we are tonight at the season finale for GAC Racing at Homestead. Going to be turning 75 laps here. Big banquet afterwards. We will be crowning the champion, so you're going to have to stay tuned for that. That's going to be exciting. Got a pretty good thing going on with the champion tonight, and we'll be talking to him. And I'll be giving the floor up to Vincent Vinny. He'll be taking over and talking to our champion, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. Meantime, these guys are out here practicing. We'll kind of follow along with them for a little while here. And again, thanks for tuning in tonight. And a few shout outs. I've got my list here somewhere. Cameron, Diane, Sharon, Leanna, Sherelle, Dylan, Pat, and Logan, some of our faithful followers here. And I want to include Dan on that list too, because he's always on in there chatting with us. So we'll add Dan to that as well. Hey Sherelle, how are you tonight? Hopefully we're going to see Dwayne bring his truck into victory lane. Boy, that would be really awesome. Sure would like to see that. I'm sure you would too. See some of the different leagues down in the bottom there that I broadcast for. I thought I would throw that up there. I don't know if y'all would like that or not, but and our sponsor Sim Garage, which you can check out at simgarage.com. Custom built button boxes, and we would like to thank Steve for that. Hey Dennis, how you doing? Hey, I'm glad to see you tuned in, buddy. That's pretty cool. That's why I was trying to shoot that link to a lot of friends and stuff on Facebook and try to get a lot of viewers in here. It's always fun to have a bunch of viewers in here that I can chat with and all that. So, well, it looks like they're getting ready to run a pit party here. Quite a few of them coming off a pit road here, going to run a pit party. Very cool. Oh yeah, truck races are exciting. I can assure you this is going to be an exciting race. Hey, you're very welcome, Dennis. Very welcome, brother. I just figured if somebody didn't have nothing to do or something, they wanted to tune in and watch these guys finish up this season. And we will be back with them next season. Vincent has assured me that we will be back broadcasting for them next season. They'll be off a couple of weeks after tonight, and then we'll be starting back. And he said something about it may be the nationwide car or the late model. So that could be interesting. Now, last season they ran a super late model, and that was a fun-filled season. It was fun for me to broadcast, and I love that car. Really, man, it's just a bad car. Really awesome to watch them guys run that. Got just a few minutes left here, I think, until qualifying starts. So take a look here. Yeah, about 6 minutes. 6 minutes left to practice, and then we'll be starting qualifying. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Dennis. Yeah, the trucks are pretty, a lot of guys, and these are the old trucks here, the old Silverado. They're finishing up the season here, and I don't know, a lot of trucks, a lot of guys leagues are going to the new trucks. I obviously only one that I really broadcast for, IWCR, and they ran the trucks last weekend, Saturday night, matter of fact, and you can catch that on YouTube here as well. IWCR Truck Series, and started their season off just a couple of races into it now, so it's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, Dennis, thank you. Appreciate that. Like I said, it's always good to have viewers in here watching. Kind of keeps me company. Scott, I believe, is in here now. Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. Scott, are you there?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight, Rudy?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I just came out on the track just trying out the set.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Let me see if I can find you here.
Feels pretty good. I don't really know the line around this place in this truck, but I'm not doing too bad. The truck feels good, though. There should be no reason why these boys should have any problems holding on to this thing. It's a little slippery down here on the bottom, though.
Well, that's not where you want to go anyhow. Actually, you want to be about one lane up off of the bottom. About one lane up off the bottom is the line. Well, you're actually in the line right there. I mean, and you just got to let it go to the wall coming out of 4. I love this track. It's a fun track to drive. It's a driver's track. You got to, 1 and 2's a little difficult if you try to keep it pinched down, or you got to lift right at the end of the wall there on the front stretch is where you want to lift. Right at that last light pole. And that's the place you want to lift. And then that line on the back stretch, right at the end of the back stretch, is about where you want to lift. So it's I never use any brakes. If anything, maybe just drag it a little bit or something going into the turn. But it's a fun track.
Well, we're all being called in. Yeah, we've all been called in, Rudy. I'm headed in.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and play our national anthem then while they're having their meeting. Let's see, that we've got about a minute and a half left. So I'll go ahead and do that, and we'll get that out of the way. So stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Scott, we're back.
How you doing tonight, Rudy? You doing all right?
Yes, sir, I am. I am doing very well. Thank you for asking.
I know you weren't feeling well over the weekend, so I was wondering if you were feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, I just, I hate to say it, but, at my age, it's, sometimes it can be a little rough to deal with. And, I'll tell you, when you get sick, it's like you're really sick,
You got a lot of good years left in you, Rudy.
I hope so. I enjoy doing this, and it's kind of a difficult thing to try to give up. I don't want to give it up, but a lot of good people. Yourself, and a lot of people that we deal with in these leagues and stuff. Just some awesome people, and just so proud to be part of what I do for these leagues. They really enjoy it.
Trust me, Rudy, and I'm sure I speak for everybody. We appreciate the broadcast and the fact that you take the time out of your day to make these broadcasts happen.
Well, time's coming in. It looks like LaPrade on the top right now, so Sherelle probably in chat, probably hooping and hollering.
Yeah, we still got a few guys yet to go out and take a time. See how many of them head out here shortly.
Okay, Dennis, we sure will. We'll keep posting those.
How about old John Estes these last few races? He's getting hot. He's sitting up there in the number 2 spot. Oh, he was. Tommy Lee just bumped him to 2 and 3. LaPrade fell to 2, and Estes is down to 3 now.
Well, I talked to John a little bit earlier, and he said, I guess I kind of messed up last week. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I really didn't want to be interviewed. So that's why he pulled down pit road and gave up, because he was out, he stayed out. and probably was going to finish in the top 5 or top 3 or 4, you know.
Top
And
3? I thought he did
yeah.
finish third.
He said he didn't want to be interviewed. So maybe that's why he left. I don't know.
Interesting.
But I told him, I said, you know, don't worry about it, man. It just, you know, if you don't want to be interviewed, that's fine. A lot of people don't. They just don't really feel comfortable talking on the air or something. But like I told him, just forget you're on the air. Just we're two buds just talking like you and I do. You know, we're just talking about the race.
That's it. Yeah, he finished third last week. I thought he did.
Okay. You got the points up there?
Yes, sir.
Well, why don't you give our viewers a rundown of the points then?
Well, how many trucks we got tonight, Rudy?
That's a good question.
That's the first question I want to ask you before I get rolling, and there's a reason why.
Probably about 24. No, 23, not counting you and I.
Well, if that number is not at least 31, David Gainforth has already clinched the championship, barring some kind of drastic, unbelievable turn of circumstances, because he's 30 points ahead coming into this race.
Yeah.
And I know that they do bonus points and they take away points too, correct? Penalty points?
I'm not really sure. Some leagues do, some leagues don't, you know. That's a good question because I really don't know. I guess we can ask Vincent later on, or if you wanted, maybe you could stop up and ask him or something.
Well, barring any of that, penalty points, bonus points, he has a 30-point lead, and we only got 20-some-odd trucks, so you can do the math there. He's pretty much clinched the championship, David Gainforth has.
Yeah, and that's what Vince said that they kind of expect tonight anyhow, so...
But Lynn McNeese is in second. He's 30 points back. It's been a great year for Lynn. Vincent Vinny, he's had a hell of a season. He's in third. Dwayne LaPrade, he's had a good year. He's in fourth. John Stanley, he's in fifth place. It's kind of surprising. Michael Palmer's in sixth. Paul Zoda's in seventh. Don Steves in eighth. Paul Cohen in ninth. And Terry Belanger rounds out the top 10. He's actually tied with Mark McFadden with 270 points back in 10th place.
Dang. All right, looks like qualifying is over, and Tommy Lee will take the pole. Let me get rid of this.
Oh, Hot Rod looking to start a new streak.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's run down through the grid here. Tommy Lee on the pole with a 32.951. Congratulations to him for another pole here. He's only been here for just a few weeks and has laid down some really good times. Dwayne LaPrade starting second. John Estes third. Kernan Church in fourth. Len McNeese fifth. Michael Campbell sixth. Gary Shank in seventh. Johnny McCulchuk in eighth. Michael Palmer ninth. And Paul Cohen 10th, Scott.
Paul Zoda starts 11th. Our soon-to-be points champion, David Gainforth, will start 12th. Don Steve starts 13th. Robert Fuller 14th. Mark McFadden 15th. Timothy Kelleher 16th. Chuck Shaw Jr. 17th. Vincent Vinny 18th. Fred Cook starting in the 19th position. Good to see Fred back this week. John Stanley starts 20th. Rolando Arroyo starts 21st. And Billy Rodenbarger rounds out the field in 22nd.
All right, very good. I don't know if Wayne Feldman is racing tonight or not, but...
Yeah, I didn't even pay much attention to him because he was all the way down there below us.
Yep.
And I didn't see a time for him.
Yeah.
But yes, he would start shotgun if he is in the field.
Oh, this thing just flipped out on me. I don't know why this thing does this every single time. But we'll get her straight here. There we go. Okay, waiting on the grid to roll out with Tommy Lee on the pole here.
Well, this will give me a chance to try out this new core temp thing and see if I can find out what exactly my problem is here.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, because I've got everything open now, and I've got that core temp thing open too to kind of keep an eye on the temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if we can't get a true diagnosis on this thing tonight.
All right, Ready to roll out here and get things wound out. And get them started, brother.
Field's slowly going to come together here as the low line comes off pit road. And you'll see these guys using that road when they go to make a pit stop or coming off pit lane tonight. They have to use the entrance and exit roads. Well, Rudy, it's the season finale here in South Beach. You ready to go racing?
I am. I'm ready to see some good racing here. And I'll tell you what, these guys will provide a good show for you.
They always do, every single week. Pace car slowly making its way around. He's going to head for pit lane in a second. And it's going to be up to the flag man. There goes the pace car. We got a green flag. We're racing in Miami.
Dang, that's pretty close to where you live, ain't it?
Yeah, not too far. About 3.5 hours south.
Oh, okay.
Down I-75 and across Alligator Alley.
Tommy Lee gets really squirrely into the turn. And it looks like Dwayne LaPrade is going to take over the lead. Is he going to lead the first lap of the race?
Looks like he just drove it down in there too hard, Rudy.
Yes, he did. He really dove it down to the bottom, and it's loose down there, especially on them new tires. Boy, Dwayne LaPrade going to take over and going to lead the first lap of the race. Congratulations for getting that point.
Right on, Dwayne. Good job, buddy.
Tommy Lee now in second. I'll bet he's going to go a little more gingerly into turn one now. He's figured that out. Kernan Church in third. Got a good battle back here. Michael Campbell and Len McNeese. Boy, and Len got really loose coming off a 2 right there. John Estes. John Estes now looks like Gary Shank comes up on him, but has to lift a little. Paul Zoda now looking back here. Looks like he's going to get by Paul Cohen. Yes, he does. Completes that pass. Our points leader and possible champion unofficially, David Gainforth in 11th.
Up front, Rudy, we got Tommy Lee looking for the lead side by side with the 13.
Just needed to get a little bit of heat in them tires.
See if he can complete it. Yes, he can. And
yes,
Tommy Lee moves to the point.
And he'll lead that lap. Dwayne LaPrade not giving up, though, without a fight. Boy, staying right on his bumper.
Kernan Church is not far behind these guys. He's looking to get in the fight.
Yes, he is. Reeling them in pretty quick.
Meanwhile, back behind fourth place is a whole gaggle of trucks, Rudy.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, it's Len McNeese leading a whole pile of them back here that these guys all want to try to get up there and stay within reach of that lead.
It's like rush hour traffic back here.
Yeah, that's for sure. We've seen a few guys getting a little bit squirrely and a little bit loose, but saving it. But Len McNeese leading this group. Gary Shank right behind him in 6th. Paul Zoda now up to 7th after starting 11th. Michael Palmer moves into 8th as he gets by John Estes. So John Estes going backwards. Started 3rd today and he's back to 9th. Being patient, letting the race come to him. Gainforth getting passed up by Mark McFadden. Them two battling it up side by side. Mark comes out of 2, and it looks like he may have to fall in behind him, and he does fall in behind our leader, point leader.
We got Gary Shank looking underneath Len McNeese. I don't know if he's going to find the traction to get it done, but he might. Pulling side by side as they come down the front stretch at the line. Side by side going into 1. Can Shank complete the pass? Got Paul Zoda right there, just waiting for one of them to mess up. Michael Palmer not far behind these 3. Well, they're eating up their tires, just driving side by side like that.
Yes, they are. Oh, comes up the hill, almost gets into Len. Len has to lift off the fuel.
I think that was one of them. I think I'll just slide up the track a little bit and kind of get rid of this guy deals.
It could be, but Boy, that opened the door.
Save the tires.
Paul Zota got by him, and now Michael Palmer's trying to get by him. Len saying, you know what, I ain't racing like that, boys. John Stanley back in 21st position, trying to work up here and catch Fred Cook. Fred Cook having a pretty good day here. Billy Rodenberger may have passed up. Yes, he did.
The 12 got on the apron there. Might have got up into the wall.
Yeah, he... no, I don't see any damage. Yeah, good save.
Saved it. He didn't hit the wall. He kept it from the wall, but he definitely got down on the apron.
We got a blinker here. Dwayne LaPrade blinking a little bit. Sherrill might be using a little bit of that internet to watch, so he's going to have to be careful with that. But LaPrade trying to keep on to second here. It looks like he does. He's going to do it. Kernan Church going to have to fall in behind him now. Michael Campbell pretty much in clean air as he comes around here. He's got nobody in front of him and nobody in back of him. 3 seconds off the pace from the leader, and about 1.8 seconds ahead of Gary Shank in 5th. Oh, we got one off in the grass back there. Let me see if I can figure out who that is. Mark McFadden, if I can find him here. Whoa, where's he going? Off in the grass. No caution, though. Well, let's go back and see what happened to Mark here. It looks like coming out of 2, he just gets loose as all heck. Because that hits the inside wall pretty hard.
Did a great job of mowing the grass, though.
Yeah, he did.
Should be tipped for that after the race.
Yeah. Well, I hate to burst his bubble, but they already mowed that, so he's not going to get paid today.
That was worth a shot. I was trying, Mark.
Yep. He's coming down pit road to have that looked at, see if they can figure out how much damage it's got. But Tommy Lee now pulls away by 1.1 seconds over Kernan Church.
Yep, Kernan Church just made that pass on Dwayne LaPrade coming down the front stretch as you were talking about.
Mark coming down pit road?
Yes, sir. My brain froze for a second. I don't know why it did that, but it did.
Gary Shank back here in 4th place. Or, excuse me, Michael Campbell in 4th. Gary Shank in 5th.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I just didn't want to blurt out anything and even sound like more of an idiot.
Paul Zota in 6th. And Len McNeese falling back to 7th. John Estes he's kind of settled in right now at about 9th place. And hopefully he can keep it ahead of Paul Cohen. Paul's right there in 10th.
And Paul Zota, speaking of Paul, he's looking underneath Gary Shank, but Gary said, nah, I'm going to close this door. He's right there, though.
Mm-hmm. Riding on board here with Paul Zota. Whoa. Both of them a little squirrely coming out of 2.
So was Paul Cohen there, further back in the field, 51.
Sherrill says, Scott, you need to chase that train, the train of thought.
She's good at her one-liners.
Yep. She is. Johnny McCulchuk looking to the inside of Paul Cohen now and may be able to, I don't know, I don't think he's going to get much grip down there on that low side. He's still staying there side by side with him, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to get enough. Boy, he's right down there almost on that white line, and that's almost no man's land down there.
Yeah, you don't want to be down there.
He falls back in behind Paul Cohen. David Gainforth back to 12th now, and I think he's just kind of chilling. And, you know, if he's smart, he's got that Mr. Bubble machine up there, and would you say he's only won 1 race this year?
Yes, sir, the very first race of the year.
But he's been so consistent. I think you said it was like a 3.75 average finish. I mean, that's amazing. The man's got amazing stats, and we'll pull up a lot of them at the end of the race, Scott, and maybe we can cover some of them when we have them in the booth talking to them.
10-4. Yeah, I got it up here, so we can do that.
I think that would be really awesome.
He's had 8 top 10s this year. Six of those are top 5, so that's why he's got that 30-point lead coming into tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Don Steves back in 13th, Robert Fuller 14th, and Rolando Arroyo in 15th. Right behind him is Timothy Kelleher. We ain't talked about him yet tonight. Staying up here in the 16th position, running about 14 and a half seconds behind the leader. Kernan Church still trying to reel Tommy Lee in, but boy, I don't know. He's 1 second behind him. He's lost the draft for sure. Draft is pretty important here, Scott. You know, there's quite a bit of draft that you can get on the front stretch and the back stretch. It's really strong.
He's actually, I looked at it just a few laps ago, and he's actually picked up 0.4 of a second. Now I look at it again.
Yeah, Tommy
so
Lee,
he's gaining on Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Tommy Lee could be just kind of pacing himself right now. I think he's probably out there in cruise mode, just saving tires.
And that interval continues to shrink, Rudy. It's under a second now. Kernan Church is closing in, folks. And Tommy Lee is coming up on a slower vehicle, so we'll see how this comes into play here. See if it slows him down any. And Dwayne,
yeah, he's coming up on Mark McFadden. Mark's a couple of laps down, but
just depends on where he catches it.
Yeah, and I don't believe there's any resets, is there, Scott?
I do not believe there is, no.
I think, see, Mark had to go on pit road, and he probably had that truck looked at. He's 2 laps down, so I would say he probably got what damage he could get fixed, maybe the optional, or required, I mean, and not the optional. So he's definitely a lot slower than the rest of these guys out here right now. Mark trying to have a good day.
And Tommy Lee looking to get by here.
And I wanted to just kind of briefly give a shout out to Mark. He had some very, very bad news today, and which I'm not going to get into as personal, but and I wish him the best of luck, and I just want him to know all my thoughts and prayers are with him. He's going to need it, but he's not alone. He's got a lot of friends, and that's what's going to be important right now. Oh, 1 reset? Okay. Sherelle said there is 1 reset. Thank you, Sherelle. I appreciate that. You know, I can't remember from week to week. I need to start writing all this stuff down. And so I have it, you know, right on a pad here so I know, okay, they got 1 reset. But thank you. Appreciate that. All right, let's go back. Paul Zoda now up to the 6th place, and he's coming up on Gary Shank. So Paul Zoda driving with the hammer down. Len McNee still in 7th, Michael Palmer 8th, and Paul Cohen 9th. Paul bringing Johnny McCulchuk with him, and David Gainforth back up to 11th. Well, we appreciate that, Sherelle. Golly, man, I wish you'd watch every one of our broadcasts and give us information like that. That's pretty cool. Are you there, Scott?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, you just got really quiet.
No, I was just listening to you talk. Did you say just a minute ago that Paul Zoda had gotten by Gary Shank?
No, he's creeping up on Gary Shank, but now I think Gary's kind of pulling away from him a little bit.
Yeah. I misheard you.
Oh, maybe I did say it. If I did, my bad, my mistake. Boy, trucks spread out everywhere.
I was just about to say that. It looks like everybody just kind of getting strung out in this race. You got a couple of tandems here and there, but nobody really trying to make any moves. It's just kind of single file racing right now.
John Estes running in 12th after David Gainforth got back by John.
We're third of the way through this race, Rudy. As we're caution-free so far.
Well, I'll tell you a couple people we haven't talked about tonight. Vincent Benny. Vincent back here in 18th place. And John Stanley behind him and Chuck Shaw. We haven't talked about Chuck Shaw either.
Ooh, big wiggle there from John Stanley.
Yes, he did. Boy,
John
what a save.
Yeah, John had a moment earlier in the race. He just had another one.
Almost was looking like he was going to try to take that position away from Vincent Benny, but he goes way up high. And boy, look at the run he got off of that high side. Wow.
Yes, sir, and he completes the pass.
Man, he must have found something up there that nobody else has found. If you notice, he's running a couple of lanes higher than everybody else. Vincent, he is right down on that low line, and there's no grip down there.
Now the truck feels better the higher up you go, as long as you don't get too high. Once you get too high, it starts going towards the wall. But about that second or third lane, you're much better there than down there near that white line.
Yes, sir. Kernan Church now 3.6 seconds behind our leader. He is definitely falling backwards.
And it looks like Paul Zoda's going to make a move here, Rudy. They're side by side.
Trying to find him. Yes, he is.
Will he finally get by Gary Shank? They're side by side down the front stretch.
Looks like he took that. He took fifth right there, but he still hasn't cleared him as them two go door to door.
And there he goes.
Yep, he finally passes him.
He's been working on that man forever, and that's what patience will get you. Persistence and patience. Gary Shank ain't going away, though. He's got to get off that white line.
Now you can see Paul got a pretty good run right there to stay out ahead of him. Boy, look at the run Gary got that time.
I was just about to say, you can see how that second lane will give you the run coming off the corner, and that's where you need to be. Now you'll see it from the 63. He'll have the run here.
Now they're almost side by side again coming down the front stretch. Gary Shank again falls in behind Paul. Boy, this is like one of the hot battles going on right here, and this is for 4th and 5th.
Yes, sir. Just if this continues on a long green flag, and it looks like it's going to, they're going to chew up their tires. They're already getting towards the end of the run, so the tires are probably about worn out anyway.
Right. Well, looks like Mark McFadden coming down pit road. Once again, he's off in the grass. No. Whoa. He's probably going to get an unsafe pit entry for that.
Man, it's been a rough race for Mark.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm just saying he probably, his head's not all in it just yet. He's got a lot on his mind right now, so.
Very understandable.
Yeah, just ask everybody to just say a little prayer for Mark. I appreciate that. Dwayne LaPrade now entering pit road. Breaking off 3rd place. That's going to put Paul Zoda is going to go by him and take that 3rd spot.
Back here in 11th, Rudy, we got John Estes, Robert Folo, Rolando Arrojo, and the 01.
Let's see as Dwayne LaPrade comes down to his pit stop. Tommy Lee on pit road. It gives the lead up to Paul Zoda, which still has not officially led a lap yet.
And they're coming down pit road, him and Gary Shank.
Tommy Lee with a 4-tire change, and he's away. Dwayne LaPrade with a 4-tire change, and he's about to head out of pit road. All right, that's going to give the lead up to Len McNeese. Yes. So
and
Paul didn't. Paul didn't even get to lead a lap. Him and Gary Shank coming down together. see what they do here. Right side's going on. Boy, everybody pitting right now.
Yep, and McNeese is coming in.
And I don't believe, Scott, that they'll be able to make it to the end from here. So they're going to have to pit one more time, I believe.
Oh, yeah, no way. They won't be able to make it to the end. There'll be at least one more pit stop either way.
Well, they give the lead up to Michael Palmer. He will be our leader, as Len McNeese did lead one lap and is now on pit road.
Now, if we got a couple cautions, that might be a different story.
All right, Michael Campbell coming to pit road. And that's going to give the lead up to Paul Cohen.
So everybody getting a chance to lead tonight, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Some guys staying out, maybe trying to play the fuel mileage game here and maybe make it on one pit stop. That would be interesting.
They would definitely have to have a caution.
Rolando Arroyo in second place, 2.4 seconds back, and he breaks off, and he's coming down pit road.
And our leader, the 51, Paul Cohen's coming in.
Yes, sir. That's going to give the lead up to Don Steves. Don Steves coming on pit road now. Or taking the lead, excuse me. And he will get scored as leading the lap. See Paul Cohen coming into his pit stall here.
And the 01 just announced he's going to be making his pit stop here, so he'll be giving up the lead.
Yes, sir. And that's going to give the lead back to Tommy Lee when he makes it around here. Right now he's about 16 seconds behind Don Steves. Dwayne LaPrade will be second. Don coming down pit road. And that's going to make it where everybody has been on pit road one time. So Don Steves comes to his pit stall. Let's see what his he's right side's going on. And left side. So 4-tire change for Don Steves. Topping out the fuel tank, and he's away. But Tommy Lee back out in the lead now by 10.7 seconds over Dwayne LaPrade.
Wow.
Man.
That's an eternity.
Yeah.
Especially when it's Tommy Lee you're chasing.
All you can do is hope for a caution now or possibly, yeah, something happened to Tommy Lee, you know.
Yeah. Wall gremlins, engine gremlins, any kind of gremlin.
Gary Schenk in third. Michael Campbell fourth. Paul Zoda fifth. Kernan Church in sixth. Johnny McCulchuk seventh. And David Gainforth, our point leader and potential champion, in eighth. I would say if he runs the way he's doing right now, he's got it.
He's just out there running his typical top 10 run, Rudy.
Like I said, I told him, just look at the big picture. You know, you're going to be the champion, so you don't need to go out there and race some guys. You don't need to race for the win. All you need to do is finish the race. You know, finish halfway or something like that. And here he is toward the front of the pack, actually, 8th place.
He's made that Mr. Bubble paint scheme work this year.
Yes, he has. Should be his lucky truck. Maybe he'll run that again next season.
Something tells me the Mr. Bubble machine will be back next year.
Well, some news that Vincent told me. He said that the boat will go up after the race and finish it up. And they'll either be running, right now he said it looked like either the Nationwide car or the late model.
So they're not going to be running the truck at all?
Nope. They won't be running the trucks next season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe we won't see the Mr. Bubble paint scheme.
Nope. Unless he's got it on a Nationwide car or a late model car. We might. Leader coming up on, let's see, 13th place here, Robert Fuller.
Either way,
Yep, go ahead.
I was just going to say, either way, Rudy, I'm glad to hear these boys are coming back for another season.
Yes, sir.
I know you just got the final word on that here recently.
Yes, sir. That was just earlier this afternoon that we'll be back here broadcasting for them.
You know how long of a break they're going to take?
He said probably 2 weeks.
Right on.
So, but now next week he's having a race that's called the Invitational. He's sending out invitations to certain people to race in it. So, and I'll be broadcasting that
next Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll be there.
That'll be an exciting race. I think it's at Talladega. I have that information down here. Yeah, it'll be about 125 laps at Dega with the old A car, the old COT car.
Interesting.
So
I've never raced that car before. I guess I'll have to buy it.
Yeah, it's different. I'm gonna put it that way. It's different. You know, that's a car we used to run a long time ago, and it's really gotten to the point where, you know, with the Gen 6s, everybody's gotten into the Gen 6, and that, you know, that replaced the A car. But I think once the guys get out there and run 125 laps with that, I think things are going to start falling back into memory lane, and they're going to remember, oh yeah, I remember there is some different characteristics about that car, and it is kind of tough to run.
Oh, meanwhile, Rudy, our leader has come up on traffic and is trying to work his way through the slower traffic. He made his way by Chuck Shaw Jr. Now he's got to get by Len McNeese.
Yeah, and Len is in 12th place.
Yeah, Len's not making it as easy as Chuck Shaw did. Slowing Tommy down a little bit, but Tommy's got that huge lead.
Well, coming to the line, going to have 29 laps to go, and I think we're going to see the guys are going to have to make one more pit stop, I believe.
And there's Tommy Lee making his move to the bottom to try to get by the 84. He's got a 13-second lead over second place, and look at the 84 racing him hard, Rudy.
Yeah, he is.
He's not just pulling over.
Yeah, he did. Len's not going to just pull over. He's a tough racer. Looks like Tommy does get by him, and then Len goes back to the bottom and tries to get back by Tommy. He does not want to be a lap down.
Len having a little fun with the leader.
Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with that. Well, the next one in line would be Rolando Arroyo, and he's just ahead of the leader.
No, because if you do remember, Rudy, we had a little skirmish there at the end of last week's race between these two guys.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Lynn definitely hasn't.
Nope.
Obviously.
Michael Palmer in 10th place. Paul Cohen at 9th. Our points leader, David Gain, 4th in 8th. Johnny McCulchuk in 7th, 25 seconds behind the leader. Paul Zoda running 20 seconds behind the leader in 6th place. Kernan Church in 5th. Michael Campbell in 4th. Gary Shank 3rd. And those guys are reeling Gary Shank in. Dwayne LaPrade in 2nd. And he's 14.6 seconds now behind Tommy Lee.
Oh, hot rod.
Yes, sir. Happy Meal.
Motley Crue. Got a whole long list of nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
Some we can't mention on the air.
That's right. Well, he's got the hammer down, I'll tell you. He's, I know he's probably not pedaling it. He's probably pushing it, you know, because he is pulling away from Dwayne LaPrade. Now he's 15.2 seconds ahead of Dwayne, which puts him almost a half a lap ahead of second place.
Sailing away with it tonight, Rudy.
Michael Campbell here looking back from him back to the leader, not that far. And that's 10th place, Michael Campbell.
Oh, Rudy, we got 25 laps to go. We're 2/3 of the way through this. This race has flown by caution-free.
I'm telling you, it makes a big difference when you got guys this good out here racing.
Yes, sir.
Man. And
These guys put on a good show every single week, Rudy.
Yep. Last week was just kind of the exception to the rule.
That's Talladega.
It's just a bad race, you know. I mean, super speedway racing can be really, really bad, or it can be really, really good.
And there's usually controversy.
Yep.
And we had a little bit.
Yeah, it was really, really bad last week.
That's all right. That's racing, right?
Yes, sir.
If people aren't mad, that means they don't care. If they don't care, they're not trying. If they're not trying, why be on the track?
All right, and our leader goes by Michael Campbell. Get it here and completes the pass on the Cat Chevrolet.
Billy Roddenberger pulls to the side and lets these boys go.
Gary Shank now 20 seconds behind the leader. The next one to go a lap down, Paul Cohen. Man, is Tommy going to have this whole field lap by the end of this race or what?
I'm telling you, man, he's on a mission tonight. He's got a point to prove.
I guess so. And I know he told me before he hates this track. Although he races it good, he hates it.
He's driving angry tonight.
He just despises this track. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I hate to see him on a track that he loves.
Yeah, really. Well, I was going to look back here and see if we can see the leader coming up on these guys. He's not far behind them, just about 2 or 3 seconds. About 2 seconds.
We only got 9 trucks left on the lead lap.
Yeah, this is pretty wild, ain't it?
It's a dominating performance.
You can see the leader not far behind Paul Cohen now. Closing up on him. And boy, he's a little loose coming off of turn 4. He really had to pedal it and drive the heck out of it right there. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
What are we going to do, Rudy?
We're going to ride along. We're going to ride along here with our leader. We're going to crank it up.
Alrighty. We watch these two guys in front of me bang into each other. One of them's on the wall right in front of Tommy Lee. 51 was all over the wall. David Gainforth coming down pit road, Rudy. I think these guys are going to start making pit stops.
Oh, and here comes our leader down pit road. So this will be his final pit stop.
Yep.
At 19 to go. See if we can follow along with him here and see what he does on his final pit stop. I'm not sure. I don't think he would do a 2-tire change. I think with the lead that he's got, it'd be kind of foolish to do that. You know, you might as well just take 4 and be done with it.
You said it, Bruce.
Dwayne LaPrade comes by, and Dwayne will lead that lap. All right, Tommy Lee now on pit road. Let's see what he does.
Ooh. Now, if the caution came out, it would shake things up.
4-tire change for Tommy Lee. That puts our leader, Dwayne LaPrade, out here. And he's got about a 3.6 second lead over Gary Shank. Now the question is did these guys save enough? Are they going to somebody going to try to gamble and go all the way? I doubt it, huh?
Yeah, there's no way I see that happening. Not without cautions. That's the only way these guys would have been able to make it.
Dwayne LaPrade heading for pit road. That's going to give the lead up to Gary Shank, but let's get here down to pit road and see when Dwayne LaPrad's going to come down pit road right now.
And these guys are actually pitting about 5 laps sooner than they did the first time. So all these guys are pitting earlier this time.
Yep. They give the lead up to Gary Shank as he took that lap. So he'll get a bonus point for leading the lap.
Had they gotten a couple of cautions, it would have been close, but without them cautions, that's why everybody decided to pit a little early, come down and get them fresh tires.
Michael Palmer off the pit road. And just a 2-tire change for Dwayne LaPrade. Oh my.
Throwing the dice.
Yes, he is. And now our leader, Gary Shank, waiting for him to come down pit road as he goes by Dwayne LaPrade just now coming off the pit road. Got to use that service road when you come in and out of pit road. It's kind of grueling. And, well, I'll tell you, under caution conditions, I see a lot of mistakes made there. A lot of black flags that got to be cleared. And just people making mistakes with it.
People aren't used to getting on them long pit roads. A lot of tracks you come through 4, and it's right around the corner from 4. Here you got to enter in 3.
Kernan Church in second place, not far behind the leader.
Caution's
and caution's out. Oh, first caution of the day.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Len McNeese right up in front of traffic. Oh, my. Let's go back and see what happened to Len here. Oh, boy, did he get loose coming off of turn 2.
Yes, sir. Followed Billy Rodberger right down into the grass. You
Whoa,
see that?
yes.
And then he didn't hit Billy. I can't believe they didn't hit each other. And hit the inside wall instead.
Oh, man. And he did get clipped by somebody there that went by him, and he was trying to get the things turned around and get it straight. And he
Looked
finally.
like the 31.
Boy, this changes everything now because a lot of these leaders are going to get to pit. And this is going to tighten the whole field up.
Yes, sir. Changes everything.
Yeah, Tommy Lee back in 6th. We'll have to see if he may retake the lead because these guys are all heading for pit road here. Gary Shank, Kernan Church, Michael Campbell coming down pit road. Paul Cohen also coming down pit road. Rolando Aurora staying out. So we'll have to see how this is going to play here. He's going to stay out for right now. He may come down on next round. I don't know.
Did Tommy Lee stay out or did he come down?
Let's see. He stayed out.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. That's going to put him in second place now. We're behind Rolando. But I have a sneaking suspicion Rolando's probably going to come down pit road.
Yeah, he's got a pit.
Yeah, I don't know where the pace car's at. Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
There is a glitch with this track that the pace car sometimes will not come out.
It's out there. He's out there.
Okay. But these must
I see it now.
These are all lap down vehicles then. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Up there in front of the number 4.
Yep. Timothy Kelleher. Yep. And Timothy running a couple of laps down to the leader. And I believe he is probably done pitting. These guys all want to get back on the lead lap. They got about 3 of them. They're John Stanley, Johnny McCulchuk, and Paul Zoda want to get back on the lead lap.
I was kind of surprised to see that caution there. Rudy Fent had a total green flag feel.
Yeah. it was looking pretty good,
Had Len McNeese not followed Billy Rodberger down into the grass, and we'd still be going green.
Yep.
That's funny how that happens.
Well,
you're just driving along, you're following the guy in front of you, next thing you know, you're in the grass.
Len McNeese on pit road. Now, if he got a reset, that'll be good news for him because he had a lot of damage on that truck, and he does. Reset, brand new tires, good deal. He's in good shape. He's going to be a couple laps down, but he'll be all right.
Rudy, I got to step away for 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Be right back.
right, Dwayne LaPrade back on pit road. So let's see where everybody's at. Rolando going to be our leader. Tommy Lee second. Robert Fuller third. Michael Campbell fourth. Gary Shank fifth. Kernan Church sixth. Paul Cohen seventh. Don Steves eighth. John Estes ninth. And I'm waiting for Dwayne here.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Neighbor knocked on the door.
Yeah, Dwayne LaPrade now going to be in 10th. John Stanley 11th. Johnny McCulchuk 12th. Paul Zoda 13th. Fred Cook 14th. Michael Palmer 15th. David Gainforth looks like he is on pit road. And I'm thinking that he took that truck behind pit road. Did he or did he not? No, he's there. There, he's coming off pit road now. Okay. Whew. I thought our champion was just going to, like, just let that one go.
Yeah, something tells me that he's got other ideas. I'm kind of surprised the 16 stayed out, Rudy.
Well, we're ready to go back green. Looks like Rolando's going to start up on the high side.
Yes, sir.
Letting Tommy start on the low side.
I'm just surprised he stayed out and didn't pit. He couldn't have pitted before this, could he?
No, I don't
I
think.
didn't think so. Well, there's the pace car. He's in, and we got a green flag. And Rose spins him.
Whoa,
We got
bunch
right
of them.
behind him. Fuller.
Oh, man, we got a bunch of them back there.
Robert Fuller spun the tires and went up the track and got into some people.
Well, let's go back here and take a look. If I can find them here.
Arroyo spun the tires and he held on to it. Tommy Lee got away. Not sure who they're going to have in front here. Not sure if he had him cleared or not.
Yeah, it looked like Robert Fuller just smoked the tires on that start.
Yes, sir, he did.
He went right over into Kernan Church. And got into Gary Shank, Paul Cohen. Oh, man, John Estes.
Dwayne LaPrade.
Oh, man, everybody's going to get damaged. So if they have any resets now, boys.
Now's the time to use them, boys.
Oh, man, unfortunate for that. Yeah, you are right, Sherelle. Cautions breed cautions. Exactly. Well, look at the damage Robert Fuller's got. Dwayne LaPrade. Dwayne don't look real bad, just the back of his truck. He may be all right if he can get on pit road and get that looked at. Paul Zoda back here in 7th. Looked like he may have missed most of that. So, well, Tommy Lee's staying out. And I'm thinking maybe he is going to be our leader, yes.
Yep. Looks like he had the 16 cleared.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Chocolate truck got a bit crushed. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's about a couple feet shorter now in the back. So we can get down here a little closer and look at it. Yeah, it's crunched in pretty good. Crunched in pretty good. The front end, though, don't look bad. It's just that back end. And you know, he may not pit. Nope, here he comes. Here he comes. If he's got a reset, that would be good news for him. He's going to be back in the field a long ways, but still, he's got time to get back up there. Still got a few laps to go.
Well, it's Tommy Lee's race to lose, Rudy.
Yes, sir, and he's got some fast, hungry guys up there with him. Speaking of hungry, I'm getting hungry.
Gonna have some ice cream after the race?
No, I'm gonna have some food. Okay, well, he's getting it looked at. Let's see if he's got a reset. Yes, he did have a reset. Good news for him. Well, he should be able to get by a lot of trucks that are going to have more damage than him, because he's all fixed up with a brand new truck now. Good deal. He's going to be back in about 9th place, possibly. So that's not bad. He's looking at a top 10 for sure.
Kernan Church coming out right behind him. Those guys were having a great run tonight. It's a shame to see them get caught up in that.
Oh, I got plenty of ice cream. I buy like 4 big containers at a time when I buy it.
What kind of ice cream?
Usually either Moose Tracks or Butter Pecan. Those are my 2 favorite. Anything that has peanut butter in it is my favorite.
Yeah, I like peanut butter myself.
Chocolate and peanut butter. I'm more lean toward the peanut butter than the chocolate, though. I'm not a big chocolate fan, but I like a little bit here and there.
I recently stumbled upon that gelato, and I get the caramel cookie crunch. Oh, it's so good.
That sounds good.
It's addicting.
I'll bet. Okay, so 5 to go, and we're going to get 4 to go this time by. So it's just going to be a short shootout. We should get the 1 to go when they cross the line, I believe. I think everybody's been in and off pit road, and we've still got 20 trucks in the race right now. A few of them lapped down. Billy Rodenberger out.
Yeah, he fell through a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Probably shortly after he went through the grass with Lynn McNeese.
Yep. So Rolando starting 2nd, Michael Campbell 3rd, Don Steves 4th, Paul Zoda 5th, Johnny McCulchuk 6th, John Stanley 7th, Robert Fuller 8th, Dwayne LaPrade 9th, and Kernan Church 10th.
Oh, we're back to 11 trucks on the lead lap, Rudy.
Amaretto. Oh, Gelato Amaretto. She says.
Don't know that one.
Yeah. Amaretto. Ooh. Dennis says, now I want ice cream.
Sorry
there you
about
go.
that, Dennis.
That's Dennis Sherp from the European Stock Car Championship. I shot him a link to the race here tonight, and he tuned in, and thank you, Dennis. Boy, this gave you a little bit of a treat here tonight. Okay, 3 to go when they get to the line here and get the green flag. So get them going, buddy.
10-4.
We'll take a look real quick here. This is caution number 2, and we've had 10 lead changes tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rudy. Tommy Lee wanted to prove a point tonight and come back and start a new streak. Said he was going to drive this race angrily, and he has. And something tells me he's going to finish this thing. I know all these guys are going to be charging hard, but this is Tommy's race to lose. We'll see if anybody's got anything for him.
Yes, sir.
Pace car's in. See if nobody spins him this time. Green flag, and we are racing. 3 laps to go, and Tommy Lee shot out of the cannon. He's gone. 92, he's looking underneath for 2nd. And here comes the 63, looking to get underneath the 16. Arroyo holding his own on the top side.
Yeah, and he's been out there on some older tires, too, and I think it's going to start showing here. He is holding on to 2nd place.
Yes, he is.
But he's
Pulls
got
out in front of the 92.
He's got to go up on the high side to try to hang on to it. And boy, that opens the door for Michael Campbell to get in there. And we're 3 wide down the back stretch, or front stretch, excuse me.
Racing hard in the season finale, Rudy. 2 to go.
The whole time these guys are racing, Tommy Lee's pulled out a 1-second lead over the rest of them. And he's going to get the white flag this time by, but who's going to finish 2nd? Who's going to finish 3rd? I don't know.
Me neither. Who's going to finish 5th? Anything could happen here.
Yeah, McCulchuk in 5th right now, but he's got Dwayne LaPrade on his tail. And Dwayne with a brand new truck. Boy, he picked up a lot of places after restarting 9th. He's up to 6th. And boy, look at this here. Drives it in underneath a couple of them. Whoa! Are these guys racing hard or what?
Yes, sir. It's the final lap of the season.
Yes,
Rudy,
sir.
you can tell.
And here comes the winner out of turn 4. Tommy Lee going to get a victory here tonight at Homestead for the season finale of GAC. And there it is, folks. Oh,
They're
no.
wrecking behind him. Campbell's into the wall. A couple other guys into it.
Whoa. Well, Rolando finished second. Michael Campbell third, it looks like. Wow.
No, sir. Paul Zoda got
Oh,
third.
Paul Zoda? Okay, okay.
Dwayne LeBrod fourth. Kernan Church
Wow. Holy smokes. Well, good run for Tommy Lee.
Old Motley Crew back in victory lane, Rudy.
Yep, and I'm sure he's going to burn them down here.
Yes, sir. Could bet on that.
And there he goes, burning them down. Oh!
And it was Johnny McCulchuk who got into the back of Michael Campbell. It was just those two involved there at the end. Michael Campbell comes home 6th, and McCulchuk comes home 7th.
Well, I think these guys, they want to... Well, everything froze up on me here. They're going to line them up here, I think, to the winner and all. Orlando and Paul Zoda. As Tommy Lee continues, so we'll see if we can get them guys down here. I can't drag them, I don't think. Nope, I can't drag them. So
You're probably better off interviewing them inside
Yeah.
the game room.
Yep, we'll do that.
Our points champion's sitting out there too. He's in the back behind these three guys.
All right, let me get some volume here. Tommy Lee, you got a copy?
Yeah, Rudy, I got you.
Well, you set out on a mission tonight to bring it into victory lane. Congratulations on your victory here for the season finale of GAC.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you.
Well, tell us about your racing out there tonight, because it just seemed like everybody was chasing you all night.
Yeah, the setup, to me, everybody was talking about they were getting loose off of 2. I couldn't keep the right front on it coming off of 2. Sean Butler taught me how to drive this track, to be honest with you, Rudy. And he always told me, just keep backing the corners up, and you'll keep the tires on it. And that's what we did, and we ended up winning tonight. Congratulations to Rolando on second, Paulo on third, David on the championship. But other than that, all in all, it was a good, clean race. We had a lot of green flag running there until we got down closer to the end, and of course everything kind of seems to tense up a little bit when we get closer to the end, but that's racing.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was some great racing behind you. I'm sure you were probably watching a little bit of it in your rearview mirror, but we were watching some of it till we got you coming into turn 3. Man, that was some good racing back there. Was you a little worried that trying to get a run on Rolando there with the, on them last 3 or 4 laps?
No, when we come out of turn 2 before we got the green flag, I dumped the clutch on it, and it seemed like the rear tire stuck pretty good. And when the green come out, I didn't stomp in the throttle. I just rolled into it pretty quickly, kept it from lighting the tires up, and I think he might have lit them up just a little bit, was able to clear him, and from then on just set sail like normal.
All right, well, thanks for talking with us, Tommy, and again, congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
You and Scott up in the booth for putting the broadcast on. Vince and the guys over here at GAC for putting the league on. Looking forward to next season. Viney's Auto Repair, Clorox, and MaxSpeedTV.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tommy. And again, congratulations, buddy. Good race out there tonight.
Thank you.
Rolando Arroyo, got a copy.
Hey there, Rudy. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. you stayed out there on that last caution. We didn't see you if you had pitted just before that. Had you?
No, I didn't, Rudy. You know, to be honest with you, I went into this race not expecting a lot. Possibly having hand surgery last week. I'm out here with one limb, so I just started in the back row, and then about halfway through the race, I realized I was just kind of getting into the groove of things, and I had made the decision that I wasn't going to pit to try to get a good finish. And that caution coming out really helped out. I didn't know how my tires were going to hold up though.
Well, you did a fantastic job out there, Rolando. You come home second tonight. Congratulations to you. And anybody you want to thank as we're trying to get moving on here to the crowning the champion.
Yeah, Tom's already picked up all our sponsors. I'll go ahead and obviously thank our men and women serving out there.
Okay, Rolando, thanks a lot, buddy, and congrats again.
Thank you.
Paul Zoda, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy. I got you.
Well, congratulations with a good run here at Homestead tonight for the season finale. You bring it in third spot. Paul, can you tell us a little bit about your race tonight?
Yeah, Rudy, I had a really good truck. I noticed on the first couple of laps it wasn't really good, but if I just stayed on it and got into the rhythm of it, I was able to pick back up and pretty much stay right behind who was in front of me and just kind of wait for an opportunity. I did a couple passes on the low side, and it really stuck. I was really happy with the performance tonight.
Well, it's good to see you up there on the podium tonight, Paul, because you did a heck of a job, man. A lot of close racing there at the end, and man, I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a show you guys were putting on back there. You and Rolando, and I forget who all was in that. Michael Campbell, Johnny McCulchuk, man, it was great racing back there. I think even Dwayne LaPrade got in on that. So, but great job out there, and anybody you want to thank, Paul?
Yes, I'd like to first thank Viney's Diagnostic Auto Repair, also Dean and GAC for putting this on. You guys up in MaxSpeedTV, you guys do a heck of a job up there. Everybody loves the broadcast. And I have to thank my wife, Lucinda, for putting up with me all the hours I put in on the practice here. It's nice to be able to get on and do some practice without having the heat.
All right, well, that's a good thing. Yep. Okay, congratulations on third spot, Paul, and thanks for talking with us, buddy.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, well, Scott, I think we'll move up to the... Well, let's run down through the results here real quick, I guess, and then we'll move up there with them. Tommy Lee coming home the winner, Rolando Aurora second, Paul Zoda third, Dwayne LaPrade in fourth, Kernan Church fifth, Michael Campbell sixth, Johnny McCulchuk seventh, Don Steves eighth, Paul Cohen ninth, and John Stanley 10th. Scott?
Robert Fuller comes home 11th. David Gainforth, our soon-to-be, and well, actually he is. We're going to be interviewing him soon. He's our points champion. He finishes 12th tonight. Timothy Kelleher, 13th. Gary Shank, 14th. Michael Palmer, 15th. Vincent Vinny, 16th. Fred Cook, 17th. Mark McFadden, 18th. Lynn McNeese comes home 19th. Chuck Shaw Jr., 20th. John Estes, 21st. And Billy Rottenbarger, 22nd.
All right, well, let's see. We're going to get up here to, I guess we're going to get up to the, I don't know if we're going to go up there to the channel with them or what. Scott, why don't you run up there and tell them that we're going to be coming up. Or ask Vincent what he wants to do.
All right, hang on just 1 second.
All right. Okay, hang on, folks. We're going to try to get a word in with the champion here in just a minute. I'm going to give the floor to Vincent Vinny and let him talk to David Gainforth, our champion. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to see if I can find him on the track. That is our champion right there. The Mr. Bubble Machine, bringing it home for the championship this season. Awesome.
Rudy, he said we could go up there and pop up there in that channel with them. Everybody's going to be quiet, knows you're coming up.
Okay, we'll meet you up there.
10-4.
You gonna go full fuel, D?
Okay, Vincent, we're here, so you got the floor, buddy.
Thanks, Rudy. Just like to say, ended this season up. I thought everybody did a fine job all in all for this season. Like any racing guys, you have your ups and downs on a few tracks, but just like to congratulate everybody here at GAC, and all in all, fine job that everybody did. It takes a heck of a group of guys to do what we do, and that's kudos to all you guys. You make it. Some good racing all season long. And, of course, like to congratulate David Gangforth on just an outstanding, smart racing job this season. I mean, there's times and chances he could have probably took, but didn't. And it just shows you, little smarts goes a long ways in winning a championship. And like to congratulate David Gangforth on that 2015 GAC Truck Series Championship. Just a job well done, David. You can't say any more than that. I thought over the season and, watching you coming on board, felt like it was a good decision. And like I said, like a lot of drivers in here, just some smart racing. And congrats big time to you, man. You deserve it.
Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated.
And like to also thank, the other guys, Dwayne and them, and Lynn, and all the guys that help in the back scene. Sometimes that we all don't see in that. And most definitely congrats to the runners-up and third place also. Fine job, guys. Well done. I'd like to congratulate our sponsor, obviously, for this season, and hopefully he'll catch back up with us later on. But I'd like to give a shout out there to Vonnie's Auto Diagnostics and Repair for putting up with us again this season, and hopefully we'll have him back down the road here also. And like I say again, I can't say it enough, congrats to all you guys that made it possible, and just shows what some good guys can do.
All right, well, I guess we'd like to thank you guys for putting on a good show every week. Scott and I sit in the booth and we talk about it many, many times about what kind of drivers you guys are, and you guys have really got it. Congratulations to David for capturing the championship this season. You looked at the big picture tonight and just played it safe, stayed up in the middle of the pack somewhere, and kept the truck, in that safe place, and brought it into close enough to get the points and win the championship. So congratulations, David.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And if I could just step in real quick, Rudy,
yes,
also, without a doubt, you can't be done and seen, and the GAC racing fans out there, appreciate all of them that watch, and some of them that we don't see on the chat, but a lot are out there watching, a lot of the fans, and we appreciate that. And hopefully we all in all put a pretty good show and race on for them. And you and Scott, without a doubt, appreciate it a lot, Rudy. The fine job that you guys do there in the booth. That's some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that everybody don't see too. And you guys deserve a lot of credit because you guys do a fine job up there. So we definitely appreciate MaxTV and MaxSpeedTV being involved in it. And if everything goes well, it looks like hopefully we can bring it back this next coming season here in maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, we're looking forward to it, Vince, and it'd just be great. I don't know what you're going to run. You can let me know about that, but just to let all the fans know, you're probably going to be off for a couple of weeks, but next week we'll be here to cover that race for you that you asked me to cover. So we'll be here next Monday night with a special event that Vince is throwing together. So I don't know, can you tell us a little bit about that, Vince?
Yeah, sure, Rudy. We're going to put next Monday night, thanks to Scott and Rudy again, they're going to be on board with us on that, and we're going to televise here there at Talladega. We're going to have what we call GAC 125 Invitational race, and kind of involves some other, few guys from other leagues and that is invited, and things like that. So we hope it's going to be 125 laps out at Talladega, and there will be awards given out at the end of that race. There'll be prize money and things like that, and we'll get into more involved in that, and out to Rudy and them and let them know what's going on in that perspective. But hope to have a pretty good turnout, and depending on how many you get, we may have to qualify our way into that one. But like I say, looking for some good people, good drivers, smart drivers, and I think it'll be a interesting race. We're going to be running in the COT cars, the old 8 cars that first come out on this, and so we're kind of looking forward to that and getting it all put together here, and hopefully we can get it all done and put together by 8 o'clock Monday night.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot, and I'm looking forward to, hopefully we'll be here next season. You and I we'll get together on that later, but thanks everybody watching. Congratulations to our champion here, David Gainforth, and the winner tonight, Tommy Lee, at Homestead for the season finale of GAC, and I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. Sherelle for keeping me company in here, and Dennis, and a few of the other folks in chat there keeping us company. So,
well, hey, Rudy.
Yes.
Before we go, I think we should give the floor to our points champion. If he's got anybody he would like to thank or some shout-outs, now's his time.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah, thanks. I'd like to just thank Viney's Auto Repair and Diagnostics, of course, for putting this on. All the guys here at JC, I think they do an awesome job. I've only been here. This is my first full season racing with these guys, and it's a really fun league to be a part of. They have a lot of really good guys here, and it makes racing fun. You guys up and doing the TV stuff, you do an awesome job. It's greatly appreciated, and I've been doing this a long time, and it's my first championship, so I'm kind of proud, and just glad I could be part of this league, and looking forward to next season. And I own a racing series up here in Canada, so maybe I'll jump on board here and try to help out with some broadcasting and stuff too. So, just look forward to it, and thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, congratulations
again, Dave.
Yes, sir. Congratulations on that first championship, buddy. Enjoy that. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. We will see you tomorrow night for Maximum Speed Racing. Until then, folks, stay safe. I'll get it out.
Have a good night, everybody.